We've been talking for the past 4 sessions, well, this is session number 4, about why our weight fluctuates when we're on our weight loss program, why we don't see a steady decline. And we learned that the primary reason for that is water retention, and we talked about a couple of reasons why you're holding water. So the first reason was sodium. We talked about what sodium does in your body and where you find sodium in your foods, what kinds of foods to avoid the sodium. We talked about all of that. Go back and look at the other videos and you'll see those things. Today we're going to talk about another reason that we hold on to water, and that is carbs. So I learned that, oh, should I tell you about this first? This is my my hot Nightworks. Nightworks helps keep your blood vessels open. It is endorsed by Dr. Lou Ignaro, who sits on our advisory board, one of our scientists. He has a Nobel Prize in heart health. He knows what he's talking about. It's Heart Month. Drink your Nightworks. Okay, I'm going to back up and talk about our philosophy of eating before I talk specifically about carbs, because I am not a carb hater. Carbs are good. You need carbs. So our philosophy is 30% of your calories should come from healthy fats, and that's this is my healthy plate, and they kind of come from all the different areas of your food. So avocado, olive oil, they're fats that naturally occur in beans. The fats are in foods that we eat. There are fats in turkey, there are fats in chicken, they're around. So that's kind of in the middle of my plate because you can find it everywhere. And you want 30% of your calories to come from healthy fat. You need fat for good brain health. You need fat for making your nervous system work. You need fat just for extra storage of calories, extra storage of energy. So we do need fats in our body. Ladies, you need fats in all the right places. But limited, 30% of your diet from fats. 30% of your diet needs to come from lean protein. So lean proteins are chicken, turkey, deer, soy. Those are your lean proteins. That's where you want to stay. You want to avoid a lot of those saturated fats. We don't want the fats that you're eating to be saturated. We want them to be unsaturated fats. And so if it's liquid at room temperature, it's a good fat, or it's a better fat. Okay, if it's solid at room temperature, not so good. Butter, not so good. Even though it tastes good, not so good for you. Yeah, okay, anyway, let's move on here. So 30% of your calories from lean protein. And we recommend 40% of your calories come from carbs, because carbs are fuel. Carbs are what your body runs on for energy. It is the primary source of energy in your body, for your body. So we want 40% of those to come from good carbs. Now, there are 2 different kinds of carbs. So you see my plate here. This is this is half my plate full of carbs. This is a fourth of my plate full of carbs. So this half over here, have as much as you want, like pile it high. And we're talking the dark leafy greens, so the broccoli, the Brussels sprouts, the spinach, running out of dark leafies. Yeah, you know what they are. But there's also the other veggies that are over here. So you want colorful, so yellow peppers, red peppers, tomatoes, beets. Well, beets we'd stick over here with the starches. You want all those different colors in your diet as well. But we're also sticking over here apples and bananas and strawberries and blueberries, all of those good kinds of fruits and vegetables. They're full of good fiber, they're full of phytonutrients, they're gonna, like your body needs all those different colors. So it's important to get your carbs, get them primarily this way. This is the biggest side of your plate. And I have people say to me all the time, bananas, aren't they fattening? No, nobody ever got fat eating, well, maybe somebody got fat eating only bananas, but bananas are a good source of potassium, they're a good source of fiber. They're yummy. So anyway, they belong over here on this side of your plate. Down here are, we divided this into the, also carbs, more the starchy carbs. So they are your whole grains, like whole grain bread, brown rice, sweet potato, corn. Those are carbs, but so are French fries and white bread and candy. Like those are also carbs that are over here in this category. So so these are the ones that we're actually talking about. Different categories. The healthy ones, the brown rice rather than the white rice, the sweet potato rather than the white potato, mashed potato. So anyway, so that's talking about those kinds of carbs. When you have primarily your source of carbs coming from over here with these starchy ones, what's happening is your body is holding on to 3 grams of water for every gram of carb that you consume. So I kind of did all the math. You see my math? I did the math. So if you had a 1,200 calorie diet, you would be eating 480 calories from carbs, like all the carbs, and that would be 120 grams. So suppose you ate all of this from over here, from the starchy ones, you're gonna be holding on to 360 grams of water. And that sounds like a lot. It's really not, because a gram, it takes 28 grams to make an ounce. Okay, so when we talk about all this, so if you ate all of this, and I'm not going to go through all the calculations, but if you ate all of your calories, and you're on a 1,200 calorie diet, if you ate all of the carb calories over here, you're going to hold on to about a pound of water. So let's suppose you lost a pound of fat that week, and then you gained the water weight from all of those carbs. It's not going to change. But here's what happens. Most of the time when people talk about, they overdid it on their carbs, they're not talking about they had too much brown rice. They're not talking about they had 2 slices of whole grain bread instead of 1. They're not, and then they didn't eat all the little green things on the side. They're talking about they went and had French fries, or they went and had ate a bag of chips. And what's on those things? Also, salt. So the sodium. So you're getting the double whammy of you're getting the carbs and you're getting the sodium, and that's what causes that weight to tick up. So it's not horrible. If you stayed in your calorie count, it's not horrible, because you're still going to be, dropping what's going on inside of you. The fat is going to be going away, but you might be holding on to some extra water. So even if you're staying in your calorie range, even if you're staying in the balance of the 30-30-40, even if you're staying there, you can still see the scale not move if you're adding the starchy carbs and the sodium to your diet. So, but it's not, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. It's just what you're gonna not see the scale move. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, call me. I'll try to explain it again. It's kind of hard to do on the camera. But anyway, have a lovely day, and eat well. You are loved. Look at yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself you love yourself. You can't love others if you don't love yourself. All right, bye.